Good morning, it's day 117. I just left Quality in there, and it's gonna be another interesting day. I'm actually going all the way into Duncannon today. It's 17.2 miles, I think, something like that. 2,600 feet of climb, not too bad. Two bigger climbs for this area. They're only like 1,000 each. But other than that, it's like ridge walking towards the end, and then we go back down into Duncannon. I don't know much else beyond that. I know there's water at 5 miles and a little further later, but first off, we have to get back to the trail. It's not too far. I'm just gonna walk it again. It's not really that far at all, and really there's no good parking there anyway, so I don't mind. It's a busy road though. It's morning. So yeah, so 17.2. It's gonna be really cool today. It's supposed to be really overcast. Slight chance of rain in the morning, but forecast says no rain, just chances of rain. Let's see what happens. And yesterday I bought a bunch of drinks from the convenience store there. I didn't drink my Pepsi though, so I have it in my pack. Normally I don't bring stuff like that because then you got the garbage to deal with. But I'm going into Duncannon today. I'll have garbage, and I think the Pepsi is going to really fuel me on the second climb. I'm not going to take it on the first climb because it's only like 2 or 3 miles from here, and I just had 2 cups of coffee and a waffle with lots of syrup and biscuit with 3 great jellies. All right, let's hustle it up, get up there, and while it's cool, let's try to get these let's try to get to the top of the first climb early and as quickly as we can while it's cool. The AT is really easy to find because you just look for this bridge that we walked over, and there's a little opening here. It's an opening, overgrown a little, but still an opening, so let's go on up. That's a late start for me, a little after 8, but experience does tell me that the first 4 or 5 miles are usually the silkiest. There might be somebody camp further, maybe at that shelter at the north end of this no camping area. There's a huge zone here where you're not allowed to disperse camp because it's too close to people, homes, and property. So there's a shelter on the north end of it, which is 18 miles from the shelter, the Elliott Kennedy shelter, which I was near. So a lot of people go to that one, skip Carlisle. So I think until then we're gonna get a lot of spider web because there probably isn't too many people that went through. Here's some examples of really mature poison ivy. You notice they lose their red sheen and that waxy look. And I wonder if they're gonna have flowers popping up out of it soon. I've never seen poison ivy flowers in real life before. Be interesting to see the flowers and the berries. I read that it rained last night, and in my room with the AC on, I didn't hear anything. Didn't hear any thunder or anything, no hard rain. But this river is really murky. Out past that log, it's just thick. So I'm pretty sure it rained. All the grasses were wet, my shoes are a little wet. But just because this river is so murky, I don't know if it's normally like that, but it's really muddy now. So I guess it rained. We're gonna cross over, and then we're gonna go up and over a ridge somewhere. I think it's to our right. I guess we're going over there. Looks like we're making a U-turn just outside of this guy's front yard. And yeah, there's no evident trail right here, but over there there is. And oh, there's a trail that goes straight to the water, and I thought that might have been the trail, and then maybe the trail was in the water. Unfortunately, we cut out a little before. Nothing like walking under a bridge, right? Well, at least we're not flooded, so we'll just keep moving on here. And all right, let's use these trekking poles and knock around the grasses to avoid at least some ticks. I finally reached this massive blowdown that someone warned me about. But he said it was like, oh, just 3 miles away. But it was way further. Keep looking around for poison. I think I'm just gonna crawl through there. It looks like the plants are all good. It's not too low. There'll be a lot of scraping, but I think it'll be all right. I'm gonna put this camera away though. Another good one. Looks like most people go up and around here. No poison ivy yet, I noticed. Good. Good. That is okay. Wait a minute, it just dead ends here. Oh no, people go higher. Let's go back. I don't think I see any yet. All right. How far? Where do we have to go? I guess we can go down at any point. Somewhere where it isn't so thick. Oh my, it's all thick. It's got through here. It's funny, there's no road anywhere. Not that I've seen. And this car got dumped here somehow and flipped upside down. It's a super old car. You can kind of tell by the bumper. Yeah, it looks like the steering column. It looks like a steering wheel. Super old car. It's amazing how it's still so solid. It's super rusty though. The engine's even in there. Can't tell how many pistons there are. Looks like a lot. Isn't that just the nicest bench for a break ever? I don't see any snakes anywhere. Lots of crevices for snakes. But of course, with a bench like that, it must have a good view. It's a narrow view, but it's a good view. One of the only views we'll get each day, because the climbs aren't too big. 800 foot from the ground. In fact, it looks, yeah, about 800 feet higher than the house, way down below. There's a huge river over there too. It's 10:43 and I just passed the branch that goes to the shelter. So I think from here on, silk would be a little less, because I'm sure people stayed at the shelter last night. There's always people that stay at the shelters, right? But they should have left this morning. It's not super windy, so not too many new silk places or silk across the trail. So I think it'll be all right. But yeah, we're going down now. There's a water source just before we start climbing again. And I'm gonna take a break a little before that, I think, just so I could eat and digest before the big climb. That way my stomach is not full, but there's not a bunch of food in there. But I think that would be a good idea. If the timing's good, the rationale for energy management's good, and that's really the last climb. So after that, I'm just down and straight to Duncannon. So if I don't eat before the climb, I'm probably not gonna eat. I'll just eat some bars again. Last half mile or so, there's just been poison ivy everywhere, and they're huge. And they're both sides. Some are encroaching. You just have to keep an eye out for it. And look, there's Virginia creeper, I think, mixed in. But these are almost textbook. Look at the top one, how it's shiny. That's what you would think, but the bottom ones are just plain green. And there are some over there where the middle leaf has a weird shape to it, but that's still poison ivy. It's all poison ivy, I believe. Could be wrong. I'm pretty, like 99.9% sure though. I should probably work on not trying to walk into any instead of vlogging here. That's how I hated it when I first started backpacking. I had no idea what it looked like. Of course, I heard about it on TV and stuff. And when you Google it, they show you like perfect examples. And I'd say half the time they just don't look like that at all. It's only experiencing it out there, just looking at the variety of different ones out there, and you kind of get used to it. like poodle dog bush. A lot of people misidentified one of its cousins as it, but the more you see it, the easier it is to identify it later. So I did wish I had someone that was outdoorsy that would have taken me out and kind of showed me all that instead of me having to learn on my own. I don't know how much I react to it really, so I try not to touch it, especially after tomorrow morning. I'm gonna have a long leg. If I touch it, I'm in trouble. I guess on the AT there are enough escape points, so if something really happens I can call for a shuttle, but I'll keep an eye out here. Crazy that I packed this out, huh? Carried it for 10 miles. It's not too bad. I got here like at 11:59 and it was 10.0 miles from the that overpass area, so that's actually pretty good considering I started a little after 8. I'll have to check the exact time. Maybe I'll put it right there, but not bad. 10 before noon again, and that means I only have like 7.4 miles. One big climb and a whole lot of ridge walk, but this is the last water source for a while, so I have 1.7 liters of water now, and I'm gonna drink this. This is 20 ounces, and I'm gonna drink some more water, and I don't think I'll get any more. I think that should be enough fluids. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this before I go, because I can't drink this while I'm walking because I'll burp like crazy. It's bubbling like crazy because it's not cold. I thought about dipping it in the water, but the water's not that cold either. I remember on the PCT I had a warm bottle and there was a spring and it was just ice cold, so I put it in there and it got the water a lot cooler. So yeah, it's not Mountain Dew, but I bought it to drink last night. Just had an urge for it. Didn't want to drink Mountain Dew. Has a little more caffeine, and I knew I wanted to go to sleep by 3 o'clock, so you know, didn't want to stay up all night. I decided that I'm just gonna keep on going. I'm not gonna eat lunch. I only have like 7.4 miles or something, and just one big climb. And I just drank that Pepsi. It's 250 calories. That'll keep me going for 2-3 miles. And I do have some food right now in my fanny pack. I think I can make it all the way, maybe by 3 going 2.5 miles an hour. So so let's guess an ETA of 3:30 getting to the kind of outdoorsy hostel right in Duncannon. It's a hostel. I got a bunk bed. Supposedly it's really nice. A lot of good comments about it and gut hooks. So oh, my feet are sore from sitting down. I can barely walk. Okay, I'm gonna go there, and there's a food mart. It looks like it's almost 3/4 of a mile away, but I think the outdoorsy place is gonna have some freeze-dried meals, but I don't think they're gonna have like tortillas or bread or something like that. So I think I'm gonna have a little walk to the grocery store coming up. More of these mountain laurel flowers are opening up, or I guess they're not opening up, they're about to open up. It looks like one of them is opening up actually, but still no full blooms yet. I was just walking along and it just dawned on me that I haven't seen a 100 mile marker in forever. I guess the last time I saw one was when I broke 1,000 before trail days. Then I realized, you know what, where's the 1100? And I just realized I'm at 1,142 right now, 0.5. So I missed the 1,100 mile marker by 42.7 miles, and I just realized I missed it. I'm not going back for that one. Now we just have to focus on 1,200. wherever that would be. I guess during the whole like halfway excitement, I totally missed if there was even a marker for 1,100. Tell you, I think I'm just hitting half of them 100-mile markers. Oh well. Here's a view from Hawk Rock. We're about 1.5 miles away from Duncannon itself. Views are beautiful up here. It's weird, just a big rock juts out and get amazing views. So nice. When I got here, there was a couple here just sitting on the rock and staring at their phone. I didn't see them look up at all. They were just looking at their phone. Just one phone, but anyway, they were nice enough to go somewhere else, so I was able to take some video of just nobody there. But now we have 1.5 miles to Duncannon, but I think in the next half mile we go almost straight down. It's gonna be a steep down, so it's gonna take a little while, and then after that just like a mile, pretty level walk, but it's gonna be a steep one here. Yeah, it was a steep down, all right. It's 10 after 3 and I just got to the parking lot. I'm not sure how many miles it is to the hostel. It's like an outfitter slash hostel, so I'm curious what it's gonna be like. I don't think they have air conditioning though. For some reason I feel like, I recall in the comments that each of the bunks have a fan, an outlet, and a light. I don't know if that's right, because how many of them had fans? I don't remember. But if that's true, they probably don't have AC, but it's just so humid. So humid. Okay, let's get to town. I'm starving though. Maybe I'll go eat first. I got to Kind of Outdoorsy Hostel, and it's an outfitter, and they actually have quite a bunch of stuff. The only thing they didn't have was small tortillas. They only had monster size, so I got 20 ounces of tortillas now. Well, look what they had. Chamois. Thinner weight and blue. So I got this, and it should be good. I'm gonna send home my darker one because I don't know why I sent myself a darker one, but it's nice and bright colored and blue like everything else. And they even had Spam single packets, which is, I don't think I've seen it at all in probably over a month. I don't know. They even have these bone broth packets. They're I got the cow ones, but it's nice to just add it into something to give more flavor, especially if you're gonna add other things like potatoes or instant white rice to it. So pretty nice. And there's laundry just a couple of doors down, and they're 24 hours, so I'm gonna go wash this as well as everything else. I just have to treat this with permethrin at the next chance I get, but I'm all ready to go. And I guess there's someone at another hiker went to a church, and he's cooking chili for hikers, so we're gonna go at 5 o'clock to go get chili. So I just ate some nuts to hold me over, showered, and I'm gonna do laundry after we eat, and I'll come back. And I think I'm good for a resupply though. If not, I'm gonna have to beg on the streets.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a funny question. The meat is only has bigger than